Kishore Karthik, working as Assistant Professor in Department of General Medicine from Sree Balaji Medical College and Hospital. I have 5 years of experience in teaching and 3 publications throughout my working career. Today we will see about overview of hypertension. First, what are the objectives? So we will be learning about definition, risk factors, epidemiology, pathophysiology, complication of hypertension. Definition of hypertension. Hypertension is defined as sustained increase in systolic blood pressure of more than 140 millimeters of mercury or diastolic blood pressure more than 90 millimeters of mercury based on average of 2 or more properly measured readings at 2 or more visits after initial screening. Classification of hypertension. So normal blood pressure is less than 120 by 80 millimeters of mercury. Elevated blood pressure is defined as blood pressure of 120 to 129 and diastolic blood pressure less than 80 millimeters of mercury. Stage 1 hypertension is defined as blood pressure of 130 to 139 or diastolic blood pressure of 80 to 89 millimeters of mercury. Stage 2 hypertension, systolic blood pressure more than 140 millimeters of mercury or diastolic blood pressure more than 90 millimeters of mercury. Epidemiology. So hypertension affects 30 to 45% of adults worldwide. Prevalence increases with age. Higher prevalence in urban than rural population. Major risk factors for cardiovascular, cerebrovascular and renal disease. Non-modifiable risk factors for hypertension. Age. Blood pressure increases with age due to vascular stiffness. Family history. Genetic predisposition plays a significant role. Gender. Males have higher prevalence at younger ages and postmenopausal women are at higher risk. Ethnicity. Certain populations such as African descent shows higher risk for hypertension. Modifiable risk factors. High salt intake associated with increased blood pressure. Obesity and physical inactivity contribute to insulin resistance and vascular dysfunction. Alcohol consumption. Excessive alcohol consumption intake causes elevated blood pressure, interferes with medications. Smoking promotes endothelial dysfunction and arterial stiffness. Stress. Chronic stress leads to sympathetic activation and hypertension. Pathophysiology. Increased peripheral vascular resistance is the hallmark of hypertension. Key mechanisms include overactivity of sympathetic nervous system, overactivation of renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, endothelial dysfunction, sodium retention, and volume expansion. So, secondary causes of hypertension are renal parenchymal disease, renovascular disease, primary aldosteronism, Cushing syndrome, pheochromocytoma, thyroid and parathyroid disorders, coarctation of aorta, drug-induced hypertension. Indication for evaluation of hypertension. When you suspect secondary hypertension, when the age of onset is below 30 years or above 55 years. Abrupt or accelerated hypertension, resistant hypertension, target organ damage out of proportion to blood pressure, unexplained hypokalemia or abdominal bruit, family history of endocrine hypertension. Renal parenchymal disease, most common causes of hypertension. Mechanism, sodium retention, volume overload, RAS activation. Causes of renal parenchymal disease can be glomerulonephritis, diabetic nephropathy, polycystic kidney disease, lupus nephritis. Diagnosis is by blood serum investigation such as serum creatinine, EGFR calculation, urine analysis, renal ultrasound. Management, treat the underlying renal disorders, AC inhibitors and sodium restriction. Renovascular hypertension due to narrowing of renal arteries. It can be due to atherosclerosis or fibromuscular dysplasia. Mechanism, RAS activation leading to vasoconstriction and sodium retention. Clues about renovascular hypertension can be abdominal bruit, worsening renal function after ACE or ARB drugs, so asymmetric kidneys. Diagnosis, Doppler ultrasound and CT angiogram. Management, medical therapy, angioplasty or surgery. Primary aldosteronism, also known as Conn syndrome, characterized by autonomous aldosterone secretion causing sodium retention and hypokalemia. Causes of Conn syndrome include adrenal adenoma or bilateral adrenal hyperplasia. Diagnosis, elevated aldosterone-renin ratio, confirmatory test by adrenal imaging. Treatment, spironolactone, eplerenone and adrenalectomy. Pheochromocytoma, it's a catecholamine secreting tumor of adrenal medulla or extraadrenal tissue. Symptoms include episodic hypertension, palpitation, headache and sweating. Diagnosis by measuring the plasma-free metanephrines or urinary catecholamines. Imaging such as CT, MRI and MIBG scan can be helpful. Treatment, alpha blockade followed by surgical resection of the tumor. Cushing syndrome caused by cortical excess, which in turn cause sodium and water retention, increased vascular reactivity. Causes of Cushing syndrome include pituitary adenoma, adrenal tumors, or ectopic secretion of ACTH. Features of Cushing syndrome include central obesity, moon face, buffalo hump, and weakness, muscle weakness. Diagnosis 24 hours urinary cortisol dexamethasone suppression test. Treatment surgical resection or cortisol lowering drugs. Obstructive sleep apnea it is an intermittent hypoxia. Intermittent hypoxia activates the sympathetic system and cause endothelial dysfunction. Symptoms include snoring, daytime sleepiness, and apneas. Diagnosis is by polysomnography, aka sleep study. Treatment is by CPAP therapy, weight loss, and management of comorbidities. Coarctation of aorta, congenital narrowing of aorta distal to the left subclavian artery. Findings: upper limb hypertension, weak femoral limbs, rib notching on X-ray. Diagnosis: echo or CT or MR angiography. Treatment: surgical correction or balloon angioplasty. Thyroid disorder. So hyperthyroidism causes hypertension by increasing the systolic BP due to increase in cardiac output. Hypothyroidism increases the diastolic BP via increase in peripheral vascular resistance. Diagnosis is by thyroid function test, which includes TSH and thyroid hormone levels. Treatment: correct the thyroid dysfunction with antithyroid drugs or levothyroxine. Hyperparathyroidism. Excess PTH causes hypercalcemia, which causes vasoconstriction and increased vascular resistance. Symptoms includes hypertension, nephrolithiasis, and bone pain. Diagnosis: serum PTH level and serum calcium levels are used to diagnose hyperparathyroidism. Treatment: parathyroidectomy or medical therapy. Acromegaly is due to excess growth hormone and insulin-like growth hormone in excess, which causes sodium retention and vascular resistance. Features: enlarged hands, coarse facial features, and diabetes. Diagnosis by estimating the IGF-1 levels and growth hormone suppression test. Treatment: surgery and somatostatin analogs or radiotherapy. Drug-induced hypertension. The common drug-induced hypertensions are NSAIDs, oral contraceptives, corticosteroids, decongestants, erythropoietins, cyclosporin and tacrolimus, licorice, and management is by identification and discontinuation of offending drug. Alcohol and illicit drugs. Chronic alcohol and stimulants such as cocaine, amphetamines causes hypertension via sympathetic overactivity. Treatment: behavioral therapy and lifestyle counseling. Clinical evaluation in hypertension. History, duration, symptoms, risk factors, and family history are of major importance. Physical examination: BP in both arms, BMI, fundus examination, cardiac rate, rhythm, quality of femoral and pedal pulses, vascular and abdominal bruit should be auscultated. Laboratory tests includes fasting glucose, lipid profile, renal function, urine analysis, serum sodium, serum potassium and calcium, and TSH status. ECG and echocardiography for cardiac involvement. Target organ damage. So hypertension can cause cardiac damage such as left ventricular hypertrophy, heart failure, coronary artery disease, and cardiac arrhythmias. In brain, it can cause stroke, transient ischemic attack, and hemorrhages. Kidney, it can cause chronic kidney disease and proteinuria. In high hypertensive retinopathy can be a cause. Peripheral arterial disease can also be presented in hypertension. Management goals: the target BP should be less than 130 by 80 millimeters of mercury for most patients. Lifestyle medication, pharmacotherapy individualized based on comorbidities. Lifestyle modification: weight reduction, DASH diet, which include diet rich in fruits, vegetables, low-fat dairy products, diet rich in calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Sodium restriction, salt restricted for less than 6 grams per day. Regular physical activity, limiting alcohol and smoking cessation. Pharmacological therapy, first-line agents such as thiazide, ACE inhibitors, calcium channel blockers, and combination therapy of more than 2 drugs is required for stage hypertension stage 2. Diuretics such as thiazides, loop diuretics, potassium spiral diuretics can also be used in hypertension. While using diuretics, caution should be used cautiously in patients with diabetes, gout, and renal dysfunction. ACE inhibitors and angiotensin receptor blockers. ACE inhibitors include enalapril and lisinopril, inhibits angiotensin II formation. ARBs blocks angiotensin II receptors. Indicated in diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and heart failure. Contraindicated in pregnancy and bilateral renal artery stenosis. Beta blockers and calcium channel blockers. Beta blockers, atenolol, metoprolol, are cardioselective, and propranolol are useful in CAD, heart failure, and arrhythmias. Calcium channel blockers are of 2 types: dihydropyridones and non-dihydropyridones. Calcium channel blockers are generally avoided in heart block and severe LV dysfunction. Other antihypertensive agents include alpha blockers, prazosin, add-on in resistant hypertension and BPH. Central agents such as clonidine and methyl-dopa are used for refractory cases of hypertension. Direct vasodilator, hydralazine and minoxidil are last-line drugs for refractory hypertension cases. Stepwise approach to drug therapy. First, start monotherapy if the BP is less than 20 by 10 millimeters of mercury above the target level. Begin combination therapy if the BP is more than 20 by 10 millimeters of mercury above the goal. Reassess every 2 to 4 weeks and intensify the therapy. Evaluate the adherence and secondary causes if uncontrolled. Drug choice based on comorbidities. So diabetes patient, it is preferred to start on ACE or ARB inhibitors. In CKD patient, RAS blockade, loop diuretics are preferred. In heart failure, beta blockers, ACE and mineralocorticoids are preferred. Post-MI patient, beta blockers plus ACE inhibitors are preferred. Elderly patient, avoid aggressive lowering of BP, monitor orthostatic blood pressure. In patient of black race, it is preferable to use thiazides or calcium channel blockers. Resistant hypertension defined as blood pressure above the goal despite adherence to 3 or more antihypertensive agents. Evaluate for secondary causes, ensure medication adherence, consider adding mineralocorticoid receptor antagonist such as spironolactone. Hypertensive emergency, severe hypertension, that is BP of more than 180 by 120 millimeters of mercury with acute target organ damage. Example, hypertensive encephalopathy, pulmonary edema, aortic dissection, and acute renal failure. Management, IV antihypertensives can be used such as nicardipine, labetalol, or nitroprusside. Prognosis, untreated hypertension leads to reduced life expectancy. Early detection and control reduce the risk of myocardial infarction, stroke, and renal failure. So that brings me to the end of today's session. We'll meet with a new topic in next session.